20, 30 years ago, most athletes, regardless of how famous they were taking a check to appear in a commercial or show up at an event. And social media changed everything, in my opinion. Michael Jordan, when he was playing, was one of the most famous men on the planet. He only spoke to fans via the filter of traditional media. Nowadays, LeBron James can open up his phone and in 30 seconds say whatever he wants to 100 million people instantaneously. And also athletes are getting richer and savvier, right? So there's more money being poured into athletes right now. They have more disposable income. And a lot of them are just thinking smarter about their financial legacy, what they want to do while they're playing to set themselves up for what they're doing after they're playing. All of those things that were kind of an afterthought 2 decades ago in locker rooms now are the things that a lot of athletes talk about in their downtime. And that's changed the way they think about their money.
And Marshawn Lynch isn't the only athlete who's starting new businesses, but him and many others are also investing in businesses and startups. Let's talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah, I think one of the most interesting things that I've seen is that athletes are bringing each other into deal flow. Sportico did an event recently with Andre and Aaron Eanes, who are Travis Kelce's business partners, and they were telling me that when he had an opportunity to buy into F1, one of the first things that Travis said is, do you think Patrick Mahomes would want to do this? And they were like, we'll find out. And then flash forward a few months, Travis and Patrick, teammates in Kansas City, invest in F1 together in Team Alpine. And we're seeing that all over. There's a lot of athletes in their own locker rooms working together on deal flow, working together on ideas. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, another good example. They've invested together on a few things. I think one of the most interesting things I've seen recently is that athletes, again, are working together to do these deals in a way that they probably were not, again, 20 years ago.
And it's a lot of female athletes also. Serena Williams is one of them. She has her VC firm. She was just here at the Exchange not too long ago, ringing the opening bell. I mean, it's really incredible how the landscape has changed. And it's no longer, just men becoming, running this sort of industry.
Without question. Naomi Osaka is an investor in a women's soccer team here in the U.S. Naomi Osaka is a media company in her own right, right? She, as a brand, is her own media company. She's done a great job in terms of getting equity in things that she's working on, developing projects that have big-time media partners. All of that is the kind of things that, again, athletes are thinking about now because they have this stardom that is so powerful among fans, among other companies, et cetera.
And like you said, the landscape has changed so much, like compared to 20 or 30 years ago, right? But I mean, what are some of the biggest trends that you have seen in recent years?
I think some athletes are investing in things that they know. So it's sports drinks or it's recovery technology and things like that. Other athletes, depending on who they partner with, are going a little bit further afield to find their deals. I think a lot of it depends. I've talked to a lot of athletes about this. One of the things that everybody says is they point to big moments historically where either other athletes or other celebrities had huge windfalls. 50 Cent, when he made whatever it was, $100 million when Coca-Cola bought vitamin water back in 2007. That was a moment that I think a lot of athletes were saying, oh, I can get a couple $1 million here or there, or if I do the right business deal, I can make tens or 100 billion. Like, there's a lot of money at stake there.
And I think
changes things.
And Michael Jordan really pivoted this, right? Like 100%. I think that he was like the original OG who really started creating his own brand, especially when it came to designing those shoes. And then his mom, I think, was the one who negotiated that he got a percentage of the whatever shoe was sold. He gets a small percentage of that, and he's making millions and millions of dollars a year still.
It's Michael Jordan's deal, and it bears his name, right? The company, everyone wears Jordans, right? That is extremely powerful, and Michael went in and he bought an NBA team eventually, right? which is the holy grail goal of a lot of athletes right now, to rise to the point that they're hitting that level.